The O'Reilly Factor, the #1 cable news show for 15 years and counting.
Thanks for staying with us. I'm Bill O'Reilly in the Miller Time segment tonight. 3 very hot topics, 2 of them dealing with Iran. Joining us now from Santa Barbara, the sage of Southern California, Dennis Miller. So Miller, the Ayatollah of Iran, tweeted this. It's ridiculous that even though U.S. president is black, still such crimes against U.S. blacks continue to occur. That off the Baltimore rioting. The crazy mullah, I guess, wanted to see the Orioles and he couldn't go and he's teed off. What say you?
Billy, can I tell you, I sat down to write jokes last night. I usually get a heads up on our topics like the day before. I'm having trouble even writing jokes. Things are so flipped upside down. Can I tell you, we need petroleum. We won't have this pipeline. We're flirting with Iran. Israel's guy comes here. We don't even meet with him. People drop out of the search for a job, and then the unemployment rate goes down. We don't have a border. We're blasé about terrorism and freaked out about the environment. And quite frankly, a mayor of a major city says we got to give people the room to destroy. The world's so flipped out right now. I look at Khomeini and think, why not China? We don't seem to think much of ourselves anymore. Why should our enemies think much of us? Well, the simple fact is this guy realizes if the world were still sane, we'd be deflating his head like a Patriot football in the amplified gravity of Jupiter. But he realizes it's open season on us.
No,
we should beat this guy like Harry Reid's Bowflex beat his face. But you know, we don't.
Here's what's ironic about it. 2 years ago, you would have been beheaded in Iran if you tweeted. Now he's tweeting. I mean, this secular stuff, it's going to overwhelm them. But yeah, it's a cheap shot and all that. But here's even something more serious in Iran, Miller. You could not go there if you looked like this. And I want to put a picture up of Miller. You see Miller's hair there? You cannot go to Iran because hairstyles of spiky and unorthodox nature have been outlawed in Iran because they imply devil worship. Tattoos are outlawed, male bodily adornments outlawed, all implying, Miller, devil worship. And I know that's why you have your hair like that, because you were worshiping the devil.
Well, I look like Don King in the middle of the rapture, or some sort of Wishnik troll there. Listen, we better wake up and smell the dirty bomb over here, because can I give you a heads up to all the minorities out there, all the women out there, all the LGBT community? I know you can disparage America and say that we're very troubled. If these crazy people come over here, it is open season on anybody who they construe to be a different lifestyle, be it a haircut, be it a sexual proclivity, be it a belief. We best get on our own team, because those people are full-bore nuts over there. And by the way, if we want to really push them over the brink, if that hairdo's bugging them, we ought to send a bootleg laser disc as something about Mary over. That would really push them into hysteria.
I just want to make it clear that this is no joke, that Iran has banned, all right, solarium treatments, the plucking of eyebrows, tattoos, as I mentioned, any kind of adornment of the male body. And this man, I want to put his picture up right now, we wanted to send over to Tehran to do a Waters World. But the hair is too big. They will not leave him a visa. He can't go in there. So, I mean, we're making fun of it.
What can I tell you, Billy? That whole country's plucking nuts.
You know who's objecting to this in Iran?
Johnny Weir at the Kentucky Derby coverage?
Close. The Barbers Union. The Barbers Union. They're objecting to banning spiked hair.
Well,
because
if they put their foot down too heavily, they won't have one to stand on.
The Barbers Union. Who knew? Okay. You know this Rutgers University in New Jersey?
Yeah, sure.
They have a mascot, and it's called the Scarlet Knight. And there he is. He looks a little like the creepy Burger King guy. Anyway, there is a now controversy because some students at Rutgers say we have to have a female inside the mascot, not just a male. So they got to have 4 or 5 mascots. I guess they have to have a transgendered mascot. They have to have a confused guy mascot. And they all have to take turns.
Why not put everybody in there all at once? Put the girl in, put the boy in, put everybody. I long for the good old days when only the mascot's head was empty and not the students. And if Rutgers doesn't cool out, I'm telling you, well, put it this way, if Iran doesn't cool out, and they're going to end up being like Rutgers. That's how crazy things have gotten right now. You know, Billy, the country is so nuts now that my belief is they will begin to fortify our southern border to keep me in. Not to keep anybody out, but to keep me in, because that's how nutty the country's gotten.
It really, I mean, when these people are demanding different mascots underneath the mascot head, you know things are out of control. Dennis Miller, everybody. Martha McCallum on deck. Children imprisoned on a bus by the driver in Arizona. And a harrowing video about how little kids are kidnapped. Martha, moments away.